Hey, this is Ash from Revolution Me, and I'm doing this quick video about the mummy wars. So it all started, actually, I'll just backtrack. The mummy wars have been going on for a long time. It's really become apparent over the last few years with social media because people are interacting more online, and the anonymity of the internet means that people can get quite nasty, especially when it comes to parenting choices. And I think a month or two ago, the formula company Similac put out this commercial, which was basically all about the mummy wars. And you had, if you haven't seen the commercial, I think it's online somewhere. There's these like groups of parents, like gangs of parents who come and they really accost each other. And you've got, you know, the yoga mums and the breastfeeding mums and the corporate mums and the stay-at-home dads, and they're all having a go at each other, being really critical about each other's parenting choices. And then at one point in the commercial, you know, everyone's fighting and everyone's arguing with each other, and there's this one pram that starts rolling down the hill away from everyone, a bit out of control, and all the parents realize what's happening. They all run after the pram. They get it in the end, and then you know, it's all smiles and high fives and handshakes, because at the end of the day they're all parents and they all want what's best for their kids. Now I think this was a very, very clever advertisement. You know, we can be cynical about it. It was a formula company, and then I guess what happened was, after this commercial, a lot of people started saying, well, it's a formula company, they're just trying to sell their product, and you know, you can't equate breastfeeding and formula feeding. I mean, that's a debate that I'm not getting into. But what's happened more recently is that there's been an outbreak of measles at Disneyland, and I don't know a whole lot about what happened at Disneyland, but it's really gotten the whole vaccination debate flared up again, and people are just up in arms, and you've got the pro-vaxxers and the anti-vaxxers against each other. You know, the pro-vaxxers are being accused of pumping their kids full of these toxic chemicals, and the anti-vaxxers are being blamed for the spread of diseases like measles. And by the way, this video is not a vaccination debate video. I think the problem goes deeper than that. What's driving all of this is fear, because one of our greatest fears is that we're not good enough. And this fear, I mean, it's something that goes on for us throughout our lives, and it really comes to the fore whenever we have kids, because all of a sudden we've got this tiny creature who's totally dependent on us, and it's up to us to make sure this kid survives, to make sure this kid's happy and healthy. And so all the parents out there are walking around worried as hell that they're not good enough, and that's what's fueling the mummy wars. Now, you might not be aware that that's one of your fears, but we all have it. Whenever we see someone doing something that's a little bit different, it taps into our fear that maybe we're doing the wrong thing and maybe we've made the wrong decision. And so in order for us to feel better about ourselves, we will staunchly defend our position, even if it means name calling or, you know, threatening others. I've seen suggesting that parents should be put in jail, or that their kids should be taken away from them because of the decisions that they've made. And I just want to point out that we never really know what's going on for another parent. Like, we don't know why a person's chosen to do things the way that they have, especially when it comes to you know, a lot of these decisions, like about sleeping arrangements or feeding or vaccination. You just don't know. Obviously, there are some things that we can't condone, like striking a child, for example, but so many of these other sorts of decisions, there is a real grey area, and there's no one rule fits all. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that every parent is just scared as hell that they're screwing up their kids. So anytime you find yourself the recipient of criticism, or if you find yourself criticizing other people for their parenting decisions, just remember that it's all coming from fear. And if you're the one who's lashing out, maybe have a think about what that says about you. Maybe have a think about what it says about your confidence in yourself and your confidence in your parenting decisions, because there is no right way to parent. Every kid's different, every family's different, and it's really easy to sit on the outside and tell others what they should do. But what I'm suggesting is that when you're judging others on what they should do, maybe first just have a look at yourself and see where you need to get better. This is just one mum's opinion. You know, you might agree with me, you might not. I'd love to hear your feedback. Please leave me a comment if you'd like, and I'll see you next video.